everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today is Monday, November 30th. And because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What Sold on eBay. Just like every week, we're going to go on a walk through our Instagram photos and show you our shipping piles each day to give you an idea of how our sales and our volume is going. Then we'll go over to eBay where I have selected highlights of our sales from the week, from bread and butter to Bolo brands that you should be searching for when you're outsourcing. And sometimes I include a few mistakes here and there so you can learn from us and not make the same mistakes. Today is also the last day of November, so tomorrow is a brand new month. December 1st begins hopefully the month that people will shop the most in Q4, at least they have historically, but who knows what's going to happen in 2020, the year of poop. But typically the last couple, 2-3 weeks leading up to Christmas, people are busy shopping online, and it's a busy time. And we hope that we will see that happen this year as well. And it's the last month of Q4, so we're going to start doing some videos on this channel just so you know, getting ready for the new year and what reselling is going to look like in 2021 as we go through December. And later on this week, I will be putting out the jeans that sold video, the plush that sold, and what sold on Poshmark, all those monthly videos you guys look forward to. So that's what's in store for this week on the channel. I got some mystery boxes of plush to open with Robert as well. We're looking at doing those on Thursday and Friday, so we all have something to look forward to at the end of the week. But without any more rambling on my part, let's jump right on in with what you're looking at now. This is today's shipping photo. We had 31 items sell. Those shipped out in 30 packages. So we had one buyer that purchased 2 items, which I'm going to show you because they're plush. And they were all eBay sales. So our other platforms are just dead in the water. We're not selling anywhere else. I can honestly tell you, and I have been saying this for a while, we're not exactly giving Posh the attention it needs. You guys can always search this channel. I do have videos on how to increase Posh sales and everything you should be doing to increase Posh sales. And we are not doing it. I mean, minimally, you should be sharing your closet twice a day, ideally 3 times. We hit half of it once or twice a day if we're lucky. We are cross-posting daily to Poshmark, to Mercari, to Grailed, to some other platforms using List Perfectly. But it just seems like those platforms are just not doing that well. But eBay is picking up. So, I mean, that's, you got to weigh where your time is most importantly spent. So we do focus most of our time on eBay. And we do cross-post daily, but using List Perfectly, it only takes a couple seconds. But if you're making a lot of sales on Poshmark, then by all means, keep sharing and posting over there. Same goes with Mercari. I think it's wise to have multiple streams of income and pay a little bit of attention to everybody, but put most of your energy and efforts into where you're making the most money. For us, it's eBay. I would say it should be eBay for everybody because it has the biggest global market with the most eyeballs on it. But some folks just do really well on other platforms. We're not. Everybody else is like crickets. We even sent out like 30% off offers over the weekend for Black Friday / Cyber Monday. Just nothing. But eBay's hanging in there. These are by far not Q4 numbers. We should be hitting 10 items a day normally. And hitting that in Q4 kind of feels like it's not Q4. But we will take whatever sales we can get and be grateful. Because remember, just a couple weekends ago, we only had 18 items sell, like 2 weekends in a row. Last Monday, we had 37. So last weekend was a lot better. 37 total, 34 packages went out. 35 of those were eBay, and 2 were Poshmark sales. Last Tuesday, 7 went out. And then I somehow failed on photos for the rest of the week, posting them to Instagram, but I have them here. I took them on my phone and I fully intended to put them on Instagram, But Thanksgiving happened, and it was a holiday week, and it was also the week that the new World of Warcraft expansion dropped, and you guys know we took Tuesday off to play games all day. So it was just a week where I kind of was just out of touch, but I did take the photos. So this is Wednesday. There were 8 here, and they were all eBay. And then Friday, we had 11 go out, 10 eBay, 1 Poshmark. And Thursday, of course, we didn't ship. It was Thanksgiving. So coming back on Friday with only 11, that's kind of crap too. That averages out to like 5.5 a day. But are people shopping on Thanksgiving? I don't know. Probably not. I'm just crossing my fingers and hope that as we go into 2021, things will pick up all the way around. But let's go over here and start with the plush because they're my favorite. You're looking at a Lovey that I just recently showed you guys in an unboxing video. This was part of a wholesale lot that we purchased from Greg. There's your shout out. Hi, Greg. Greg often reaches out to us with wholesale lots that we purchase from him. We have a nice reselling relationship with him, and that's another reason why I encourage people to connect with folks on Instagram and Facebook not marketplace, but Facebook reselling groups. Get to know people in the community, get some connections, guys, because that's what it's all about, is resellers helping each other. And in most times when resellers have too much inventory, they would rather wholesale it to another seller than to just redonate it back to Goodwill or whatever. So make those connections. Greg's a really nice guy, so we do appreciate him reaching out to us. And our last wholesale lot from him, we bought pearl snaps and plushies, and they came out to about $1 a piece. There were 2 of these by this brand. It's called Little Giraffe, and it comped pretty high. It looks like it didn't because it's $17.49 here, but you can see right here we ran a 30% off sale on eBay as well from Black Friday through tonight. I think it ends at 10 p.m. our time, 7 p.m. Pacific tonight, but we did do an actual 30% off of our starting price for the Black Friday Cyber Monday. So this would have been about 20 normally. That's a pretty good comp for, not so sought after brand of Loveys. Loveys do well even if they're generic. Loveys or Bolos. I've sold Kmart and Walmart Loveys for $14. But here's the thing. This one had a little bit of damage to it, which I disclosed and showed in the photo here. It's just right here in this one spot. The satin trim had come loose from the actual fuzzy security blanket part. So I probably would have sold this for about $25 in perfect condition. I do have another one that's almost identical, but the satin trim is blue. So I will probably list that one at $25 because it's not damaged. If you're wondering why this one was listed and the blue one wasn't, the blue one needed a bath and it got washed and tossed into a box of plush that I need to work on still. But this one sold pretty fast, so $1 into 17. Oh, we took a best offer 16 on this, 1.6, and it shipped first class. All right, next up we have a Bugs Bunny Itty Bitty from Hallmark. I have had these Itty Bitties before of Tweety Bird, Harley Quinn. They don't sell for very much. I don't know that I would even pick them up anymore. I would get them for 50 cents, but even seeing that Bugs here sold for $9.63, I was glad to see him go just to get him out the door. We're going to be revamping our store right after Christmas, so we're going to be taking out probably 98% of our hard goods. I don't consider plush a hard good, so don't freak out. We'll be leaving all of our shoes and all of the plush, but other than that, we're going to pretty much be dropping all of our hard goods and any of our items under like $12. So anything that sells right now on clearance or on sale or these lower end items, at least we're making something on it rather than breaking even or pulling it to redonate for the tax write-off for 2021. But yeah, unless it was like a huge character, I don't know. I haven't seen any of these sell for very much, so I would probably avoid these, because even 50 cents doesn't feel like a good cost of goods when you see that price. On the upside, he weighed an ounce, so he didn't cost much to ship. Next up, we have an amazing squishy fox and an amazing squishy dog. These came out of a mystery box of Plush that I had previously opened on either my channel or Robert's channel. We had 2 boxes apiece. We did 1 box on each person's channel. The boxes had some really good stuff in it if you had seen those unboxings. We had Pikachus and all kinds of Pokemons, and I had some Harry Potter. There was some really good high-end plush in there, and then of course we got a handful of bread and butters and some poops, literally. But these are okay for bread and butter. And again, they're going for lower than I would really want, just because we had that sale for the weekend to try to get things moving. One person bought the fox and the dog, and so she spent the full price on them, no best offer. She just purchased both, and then we shipped them together, and they were still 6 ounces wrapped up together in one bag, 1 piece of tissue paper. So they shipped first class together. Next up, we have a Pokemon Master Ball. I can't say that. Pokemon Master Ball. This is the pink and purple Master Ball from the cartoons. There's only ever one. It's a special ball. I was excited when I found it. It came out of the mystery boxes from the fox and the dog purchase, but I saw this, so I thought, oh, it's the Master Ball. It's exciting. It's special. I comped it. People were selling it for like $4 free ship. So I priced mine high, held my breath, took a best offer of $10.12 and shipped it first class. Then we have a Toys R Us Animal Alley sock monkey. Sock monkeys in general are something you want to pick up. If you're more choosy about your plush, you'll want to comp it before you grab it. I've never really seen sock monkeys that are poop. They're almost always bread and butter or high end. This one was 50 cents and it sold for $14.06. And normally I'd get about $15, $16 for it, but it was on a 25% off sale. The Animal Alley is from Toys R Us, which is no longer in business. So I do try to pick up any Animal Alleys I find. I did have a rabbit once by Animal Alley that sold for, I think it was right over $20, plus they paid shipping. It was a heavy rabbit. So yeah, I do look for Animal Alley. I do pick up sock monkeys. And I don't bother comping them, especially if they're 50 cents. Sock monkeys do pretty good. These plain ones do fine, but they have some that are in costumes or holiday themed as well. I don't know what this is, other than a mistake. Okay, y'all, we've had this for so long. I honestly can't remember if we found this at the bins or if it came out of a bulk buy. We used to go to a thrift store that sold plush by the big giant bags, and they would be like $2 or $3 a bag, and you could see in them they were clear. And if we saw enough Disney or Pokemon or Looney Tunes, Build-A-Bear. But if we could see enough of that stuff in the bag that would cover the cost of $2, we would buy the bag and sell everything in it, even the poop. I want to say this mouse came out of one of those bags, but he could have came from the bins when we were dumb and didn't know what we were doing. We just thought, oh my God, it's a plush. All plush are created equal. I'm laughing because this thing is hideous. Anyway, it's a mouse, and it finally sold. I took a best offer of $6 just to get it out of my house, and he shipped first class. Next up, we have a Build-A-Bear Brown Lab Dog and Puppy. Super sweet and super cute. This came from another wholesale lot from Greg, and I believe was about $1 for the set. They count as one. And they sold for $26.24. So I wanted around $30 for them, but again, they were on the 30% off sale. They weighed about 14 ounces, so they still shipped first class. And $1 into 26.24 isn't too bad. This is another mistake, so I guess I'm showing you 2 mistakes this week. The mouse, without tags or brand. I don't even know what that thing was. Don't source things if you don't have tags or something to look them up. That's what you should learn from the mouse. This Barbie, I don't know. I found her for like $1 at a yard sale a couple years ago. And I thought, ooh, she's a holiday special New Year's Barbie on her card. Like she's missing her box, but she still is on her card. Still wrapped in tissue paper. She's something else. Anyway, I was getting ready to actually take her out of the store and take her clothes off and sell them. Because I heard from someone who deals a lot with Barbies that they're the same as Plush, that sometimes their clothes or their outfits are actually worth more or the same as the Barbie. And if I would have taken her off the card and sold her clothes, I could have gotten the same, probably amount of money, but less shipping. So yeah, the minute I decide, well, I'll just pull her and strip her, she gets an offer for $15 and I took it. That's $15. So she sold for $15 and they paid shipping because she did weigh a pound all in. She had to go in a box and she was very close to a pound on her own. So I took a best offer of $15 and then they paid for the shipping in addition to that. Next up, we have a Nike Jordan men's polo. This is Nike and double XL, which is a good size for men. It came in a wholesale lot and was about $1. And it sold for best offer of $21.50 and it shipped first class. This is a Disney fleece pullover sweater that I found at a yard sale for $1. Had it for a little while. I had a black one that had, I want to say it was Grumpy. It was one of the dwarves. That one sold for $20 like a year ago, right after we purchased them, and this one sat. I don't know why this one didn't move as fast and why it sat, but it did sell for $14.99, shipped first class. Brooks Brothers long sleeve polo Henley shirt. This came out of a wholesale lot, approximately $2, and this sold for a best offer of $22, shipped first class. Here's a really unique looking nice Ralph Lauren polo. So plain Ralph Lauren polos, we all know, are oversaturated. They don't sell for much. But the really big sizes and the really unique ones like this can sell for good money, and they move pretty quick. I believe Keith just put this up last week. It's got a nice embroidered polo Ralph Lauren patch, but then it has all these pendants on it of sports teams. I'm not familiar with the sport or the sports teams, and I'm a nerd, I don't know. But I know they're sports, and maybe they're not even real sports now that I'm looking at it. Anyway, the shirt sold for $20.99 and was $2 in a wholesale lot, shipped first class. We got this purse for free. And I kind of have a rule about stuff like this. Even if it's something I know I would never source. If it's given to me for free and there's no cost of goods and I'm going to get more than like $12 for it, I'm going to list it. I have no money in it. It takes a couple seconds to photograph an item and, list it. So we got a whole bunch of handbags free from my friend a couple years ago, and I listed all of them. And they've kind of been slowly selling here and there. This one sold over the weekend for a best offer of $14.54, and it shipped first class. I just wrapped it in one wrap of bubble wrap, then taped it real tight around it, and put it in tissue paper and then poly bag, and off it went. Here's a men's sweater by Savvy. This is the Notre Dame University Fighting Irish, sports. I just can't even talk when it comes to sports, right? Sports. It's sporting. It's about sports. No, it is from Notre Dame, and I believe it was $2 in a wholesale, and sold for $21.99. And I want to say it was in a padded flat, and it was. It was pretty heavy. Next up, we have a Batik Samar. This is a nice shirt. It's just different looking. Real nice graphics. It is a 5L, which is about the same as a men's 2X, 51 inches across. So when you get weird sizes like this that you don't understand, just put measurements in there in your description. Keith listed this. I probably would have put measures 51 inches, equivalent to US standard men's 2X, but putting the measurements is good enough as well. Anyway, this came from a wholesale lot. It was about $1. Sold for best offer of $16, 1650, $16.50, and shipped first class. Next up, we have Marvel Punisher men's pajama pants. These came out of a wholesale lot, cost about $2 per piece in that lot. And these didn't sell for that much, but most of the stuff in that lot had been Miss Me jeans, True Religion jeans. A lot of those men's jeans and jean shorts you've seen me selling with the paint splatters and the acid wash. A lot of really expensive items were in there. So it all averages out when you get stuff that doesn't sell for as much as other stuff in a wholesale lot. These sold for $17.10. They shipped first class. Then we have this MV Sport. It's a woman's hoodie pullover, hooded sweatshirt. It's got some nice heathering and coloring, kangaroo pouch. Had tags. So we could list it as new with tags. It is by MV Sport, if I didn't say that. About $2 out of a wholesale lot, and it sold for $19.99, and it shipped first class. Here we have a pair of Old Navy men's jeans. These sold for $23.46. They were 99 cents at the Goodwill. They're the Old Navy loose straight leg jeans. And 38 is a pretty good size. It's pretty big. I do like picking up men's jeans in any brand because they always sell faster and for more money than women's. And these shipped in a padded flat. We have a Led Zeppelin shirt that we got out of a wholesale lot. This cost of this shirt averaged out to about $2 per piece in that lot. And this was a men's large, actual vintage 90s Led Zeppelin shirt. And it did sell for $37.99. And it shipped in a padded poly bag, first class. This is a Christmas ornament. This is another thing, just like the Barbie doll, when we were going through cleaning out our serial killer room, as we call it, which is the third floor storage area where we keep our inventory. We set a bunch of stuff aside, basically everything that we're going to get rid of come January if it doesn't sell by Christmas. And this was one of the things. I know I've mentioned it already this year. But at a yard sale a couple years ago or a year ago, I purchased a couple boxes from one yard sale. One box was $5 and it was full of Christmas ornaments. And the other box was $2 and it was full of Christmas mugs. Or I may have that backwards, but it was $7 for both boxes. And a lot of the stuff is already sold. I listed it in July of that year. And that was 2019. So some of the stuff's been around for a really long time and never moved. But the stuff that sold really fast out of those boxes, like the really nice brand name coffee mugs and the Hallmark ornaments, they more than paid for that lot. So we've just kind of left everything up, just kind of letting it sell as it will. But again, moving into 2021, we have a huge move planned in our future. And we have some stuff going on the back end that we're going to revamp our store. We're getting rid of a lot of stuff out of it. And this was going to be one of them, and then it sold. So, hey guys, go into your inventory and touch something and say, I'm going to donate you if you don't sell by Christmas, because apparently a bunch of stuff that we said that about has been selling. This sold for $12.25 over the weekend. It did ship first class. I was going to show you. It has a hole. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I don't know what it is. No offense to whoever bought it. I'm sure you think it's beautiful, and that's why you purchased it. It's a candle holder. I had to ask Holly what this was when I listed it. I had no idea. Sold for $12.25. What Keith did was he shoved a bunch of bubble wrap inside the hole, kind of like you would with a mug, and wrapped it up in more bubble wrap and boxed it up, but it still shipped first class. And then these 2 trains that also sold were in that Christmas box that we're saying anything that doesn't sell, by the end of the year is getting pulled and redonated. So these were in that box as well. This one sold for best offer of 10, and this one sold for best offer of 13. Sorry, not even a best offer. It sold for what it was listed for. So this one went for 13. It's a Hallmark Lionel Daylight car. You can see it had everything with it that it's supposed to have in the box. And then this one was the one I took the best offer of 10 on, and came in its original box as well. Original packaging. You can see the styrofoam. I always try to include those pictures when I have something with the original packaging, just so the buyer can see what they're getting. But yeah, like we went up and talked about that Barbie and the box of Christmas stuff, and then it all sold. So I would rather see it go and make a couple bucks on something than, have to pull it and take the loss, or break even. All right, guys, let me know down in the comments how things are going for you. You guys know I love to hear from you and how your sales are doing. All right, is anybody else selling Christmas ornaments? Because it seems like all of a sudden ours are selling. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Join our Facebook group. It is called Flippin' Hippo's Reseller Pod. You can join by searching for that on Facebook or just using the link provided in the description box down below. Until next time, guys, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.